here, 2v2 Calderis Refinery, blue team. It's Floid as a Hive Tyrant, very durable commander that walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Starts off melee combat, good offense and support, starts with a basic synapse. Alongside, where's he gone? It's xHoLyHammerx Apothecary support commander that starts off in melee with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Red team, Toilaillee's Mekboy has found his rank 59 armor, and there it is, looking awesome. Is a teleporting commander that fights range combat, puts out some nice damage, can also disrupt, support, build structures and repair. And rounding out red team is Stoned Elf Boy's Inquisitor, starts off melee combat, can get ranged weapons, lots of great crowd control and some support. Yes, this is beta 7, and yes, the Doom of Malantai is playable, but no, I do not know if Floid uses it in this match. I was not present. Unfortunately, the Doom of Malantai is currently bugged and can become almost useless. You can work around the bug, but we'll come to that if Floid gets the Doom of Malantai out. He has some spawn mines right now with double termagants. Hormagaunts keeping their distance for now because they don't want to get caught in the spawn mines detonations. East side, Sentinel is decapping for Stoned Elf Boy, very annoying, has the ground pound upgrade up. Tactical Marines for xHoLyHammer. Apothecary in amongst Guardsmen doing an awesome special attack. Takes out a bunch of models. Can he get another one? Yes, Guardsman getting away with a single model. There is Hammer of the Witches on the Apothecary pretty late. Gets his heal off on himself. 500, 470. 2-ton cap for blue team. And a full retreat from Floid. What happened? Oh, his Hormagaunts are stuck. They need synapse so they can jump out. Yes, sometimes happens with your Hormagaunts. Unfortunately, they can jump around and leap over cover when in synapse range, but as soon as synapse goes out of range, they are sometimes stuck where they jumped into. You see the passive health regeneration aura from the Apothecary. These green hexagons below the feet of these allied models affects all of your allies as well, not just the Apothecary's units. Stoned Elf Boy with a second Guardsman squad, Devastators on the field for xHoLyHammer. Was always the go-to thing to get versus Imperial Guard, but in Elite mod, Imperial Guard have spotters that can very handily deal with setup teams, so we'll see what Stoned Elf Boy goes for. Floid has a Warrior Brood, he's gone for that quite quickly before getting any Toxin Sacks on his termagants, now goes for some Toxin Sacks. xHoLyHammer with the quick assist on the west side, now going back towards the center. Devastators forced off by the Sentinel. Is a tier 1 vehicle that can decap points but cannot cap them, can't be suppressed, but does take a lot of damage as it gets close to setup teams since it only has heavy infantry armor. 474, 450, 2-ton cap for red. Guardsman now repairing, and some blob capping here from Stoned Elf Boy. Inquisitor having a word with her Guardsman while they decap. Mekboy now decapping blue's natural victory point here in the northwest. Warrior Brood there, but Stormboy's jumping in, and these guys have power melee weapons, and this is now a Barb Strangler Warrior Brood, so that was very dangerous. Power melee weapons would have ripped through the heavy armor of the warriors very quickly, causing lots of synapse backlashes there. Hive Tyrant was mid capping the VP, now coming back over. He might want to get, in fact already has Rending Talons to deal with Stormboys and those sluggers. Seismic Roar, such an awesome anti-melee ability. Doesn't want to engage by himself though, because the Stormboys with those power melee weapons are a threat. 467, 444 waiting for the rest of his army, and here it is. We have double Toxin Sacks up on the termagants, boosting health, damage and giving crippling poison. Stormboys jump the Barb Strangler. Look at that Barb Strangler, went looping like crazy. Area of effect suppression weapon tied up by the Stormboys. Floid is not moving them up quickly enough. Hive Tyrant in amongst, needs to use his Seismic Roar. There it is. Stormboys, wow, took a lot of damage from those Hormagaunts. Hormagaunts with adrenal glands are a pretty solid little melee unit, I think. Down goes the Hive turret though. There's a turret here, that's why. Mekboy turret. And you really don't see this thing very often. Doesn't seem to do quite as much damage as the other turrets in the game, but it's doing a good job here, suppressing this entire blob. Took down the Hive turret as well, or at least helped. A banner here as well. Toilailee really has set up shop. What's going on mid? xHoLyHammerx has some assault marines going to come and assist. Scouts standing right over this improvised explosive. Devastator's moving into range, but Stone Delphi does not set it off. That was placed by these Catachan Devils, which are in retreat. He'll use those Catachan Devils to try and deal, or help him deal, with the assault squad, because Devils have power melee. And the assault squad, like all marines, have heavy armor. You see Toilailee there just scuttling his turret, which is one of the advantages the Mekboy turret does have compared to the Plague Champions and Tech Marines. You can pull it down and get back around half of what you spent on it. Banner now being taken down, and Tactical Marines decap with their 50% faster capping speed. Guardsmen trying to decap also, under fire from Devastators, and now they set up, and there is the Heavy Bolter. And Guardsmen don't want any part of that. They do decap though. Brave Guardsman running away now. Sentinel has decapped. Stone Delphi not wasting any time to decap. Good pressure on this east side. And everyone goes tier 2 apart from Floid, who bled quite a lot I think. Brood Nest goes up. Hive Tyrant back on his feet. Apothecary has leveled because of the revive. And Hive Tyrant caps mid. Devastator setting up, but Inquisitor coming through to try to tie them up. Assault squad jump her to disrupt her, and she's forced off. Nicely managed little engagement there by xHoLyHammerx. Other players would have perhaps jumped the guardsmen and let their devastators get tied up. Now Floid hitting power. Toilailee pushing mid. Has a nice little tier 1 army here. Stormboys, double shooters and no sluggers. Mech also has the battery pack, so he can support those Stormboys with a heal. Teleports out of there. Fire Triangular gets a shot and instantly suppresses the shooters, and good area effect damage. Assault Marines jumping in, Stormboys jumping in, going straight after those warriors. They know what they're aiming for. Do they have the Knob Leader queued up? They do have the Knob Leader queued up, but they're going to need to retreat here. 375-421, that Knob Leader will allow them to stun targets that they jump on. Also gives you some pretty fearsome heavy melee damage as well. 375-416. Guardsmen with their Sergeant up to 9 models, both squads do. Here are the Catachan Devils, very versatile infantry. Can counter melee squads, can fight in melee pretty good as well. Can disrupt and support. And put down some sneaky little explosives, which look like they have gone off. The Warrior Brood would have spotted them as the Tyranid detector. Shooter boys with big shooters for Toilailee. Do they both have big shooters? They do. Devastators with advanced targeting gives them vengeance rounds, which also increases range, as you can see. Look at this. Does not suppress, but does a lot of damage. Also damages vehicles. Quite an underused little upgrade for Space Marines. 375, 374, double cap for blue. It's close. Sentinel has the missile launcher up. You see the frag missiles on the Devastators there. Melter bomb goes off on the Sentinel, which snares it. This is one of the fixes for Beta 7. Sentinels previously were not affected by haywires and melters and the such. Same goes for the Grey Knight's Rhino when it had no vehicle armor. Whirlwind on the field for xHoLyHammerx, destructive artillery unit. Sluggers in melee with Hormagaunts. There's a heal from the Mech, who's level 3 already. Allows them to win that engagement, but they are forced off by the Warrior Brood. Mekboy chases them off. Can he get a model with his shooter? Nope, he's going to get suppressed. Stormboys jumping in with their Knob Leader. There is a stun. Look at the size of this guy. It really, really hurts. 375, 330. There's the 2-to-1. Here we see this destructive vehicle, the Whirlwind. Also has the Hunter Killer missile now. to damage vehicles, but taking big damage from the Inferno pistol. That was 2 rear armor hits, and look at his health. How much hit points does the Whirlwind have? Only 400. 369, 328. Stormboy's now trying to hit power. Something perhaps Toilailee did not do enough when he had the pressure here on this west side. Stick bombs, throwing in their stick bombs. Can also throw stun bombs. And they're relatively decent in melee as well. There is the seismic roar though from the Hive Tyrant. Stormboys get a heal and jump a very, very short distance. Now turn back into the Hive Tyrant, and that was a bomber boy even. Kamikaze explosion into those termagants. Very, very orky. Catachans are infiltrated mid because they've been idle. Holy Hammer has lost his Apothecary and repurchases 305, 328. Triple cap for red. Lots of pressure both sides. Zone thrope on the way for Floid. Generators getting hit. Stick bombers now retreat. Tier 3 for Toilailee. Manticore on the field for Stone Delph Boy also has some stormtroopers with assault kit. Gives them a fragmentation grenade and his very long range hell guns. Shooter boys running away. Assault Marines have their Sergeant and Thunder and Lightning. Can they take down the Mekboy? Not quite. So the Whirlwind missiles there, they will not knock down your own units, which is handy. Assault Marines jumping in, putting pressure on the Catachans. We see Judgment on those scouts. Awesome disruption from the Whirlwind there, allowing the Assault Marines to easily win that engagement against the Catachans. Apothecary with no war gear at all. Inquisitor is down. Mekboy's level 3 back at base. Improvised explosive went off. Didn't seem to do a whole lot. There is the heal on the assault squad. What level is the Apothecary? Level 2. Now they've now spotted this Manticore heavy artillery vehicle. There is the melter. Can they finish it off with some hits from this power sword? Yes, or was that the Hunter Killer missile? It might have been. Seemed to lose health very quickly. I didn't see the Hunter Killer coming in. 200, 328, 1-1 cap. Apothecary capping mid. Where are his tactical marines? Coming out of base now, level 2. Is he going to go for Stern Guard and some Hellfire? Floyd switching his Warrior Brood into a specialized melee squad with melee synapse using adrenal glands. Mekboy is going to try and revive. We'll level him to 4. Apothecary will try and get a special attack but can't. Here comes the Hive Tyrant now. Really should have gone for the extended carapace. I think would allow him to put a lot of pressure on the shooters. Storm Boys have lost 2 models. Assault Squad choosing to retreat. A premature retreat, I think, from Holy Hammer. Floyd was coming in. And Toilailee runs away. Can he wipe these shooters? Yes. A Hormigaunt leap got them. That leap given to them by their adrenal glands. 200297. Hell Fury Strike. Global ability of the Inquisitor. Shared with Grey Knights. 200, 290. Catachans have been preserved, almost level 2. And here we see those assault kit stormtroopers, that damage from that range. Ogren's on the field for Stone Delph Boy. Seismic Roar knocks them back. And they now have their boned leader. Zone Thrope needs to be careful, it's sitting there. They're going after the Hive Turret though. Guardsman weighing in with fire. Whirlwind has done reasonably well, I think, and has been preserved. Apothecary alongside his assault squad doing very well in combat generally without any upgrades. Zone Throat runs the hell away and does get away. Floyd and Holy Hammer both going tier 3. Battle Wagon on the way for Toilailee. Looks like, yes, can drop a rocks as well, which could be telling. 200, 260, 1-1 cap, still reasonably close. Guardsman running away from assault squad. Stone Delph Boy preserving all of his units apart from that sentinel. Holy Hammer replacing the scouts that he lost. They can repair this whirlwind if it needs repairing. Assault squad are going to decap, are they? The tactical marines can decap. Down goes the generator. Judgment has gone up on those tactical marines. Liber Heresy is also there. Perhaps excruciators for her would be good to try and deal with these assault squads, which have been used very, very well by Holy Hammer so far. Whirlwind disrupting this stuff. Look at the disruption, sends things miles. 195, 260. Was this a Bane Wolf? I don't even remember seeing it on the field. We have a heavy weapon squad now with a heavy bolter. Apothecary in retreat and the rest of his stuff in retreat. Toilailee putting pressure on the west side with a battle wagon soup unit for Orks. Can run over stuff, pack some very decent firepower as well if you put a unit inside. Also boosts its speed, and at the moment Toilailee has 4 units inside, including a commander. And there is Mega Rumbler. We've seen Toilailee use this before to take out a base, but at the moment he's just using it to disrupt the Hive Tyrant, it seems, who runs away. Are we going to see the Doom of Malantyre from Floid? He has enough resources for it. 193, 248. I think his pressing concern though is dealing with the battle wagon, which is Doom is not going to help him with. Here's the Death Roller. Floyd stuck in base. And Stone Earthboy capping with 181, 248. Double cap for red. Land Raid Redeemer on the way though for Holy Hammer. Inquisitor doing so much damage to this Devastator. He's going to lose them, and does lose them. Hell Fury helping out there as well. Whirlwind is backing away. Holy Hammer was helping in base and forgot about his Devastators. Even Holy Hammer sometimes forgets about his units. 140, 248. Here comes the Land Raider Redeemer. Does have a multi-melter on top, but I don't think it's going to be able to get that close to the battle wagon. None of its other weapons will really damage it. Flamestone cannons and the twin linked assault cannon. 117, 248. Ogryns will look to put that Land Raider Redeemer under pressure, but they've got to be careful of that frag assault. Warriors level 2 for Floyd. Big engagement mid now. Assault squad in amongst stick bombers and Ogryns and run away. Here comes the Land Raider Redeemer. They're going to retreat back to the Land Raider, of course. Whirlwind now pushing in. There are some stun bombs from the stick bombers. Floyd trying to support, but doesn't have really any durability in his army. Warriors wiping very quickly. Has a Carnifex on the way. There's a Rocks from Toilailee, and a lot of damage to the Land Raider Redeemer. And Floyd lost a lot of stuff. Carnifex now hitting the field. Nob squad though on the field for Toilailee. And Stone Delphboy has another Manticore. 70, 248. Brood Nest is there. This is the Mega Rumbler from the Mekboy. Can he take down the Mekboy before it activates? No, he can't. Does it do anything to vehicles? Doesn't look like it. 61, 248. Manticore strike right next to the Land Raider Redeemer and takes it down, and that is pretty much GG, I think, for blue team. Red team are going to take this. Hive Tyrant is capping mid, but here comes a Nob squad, and the Hive Tyrant probably runs the hell away. Carnifex is on the field. Thorn back. Doesn't really want to fight a Nob squad though, I don't think, especially if they have Frenzy up. And there is the concede, in fact, from blue team. Red team take it. Toilailee doing very well on this west side. That early turret push was nicely done. Holy Hammer had to come and support west side a couple of times, which lost him ground on the east. I think the Hive Tyrant should have got the extended carapace and been a bit more aggressive. Those Storm Boys really put pressure on Floyd's stuff and did very well for Toilailee. Couldn't preserve them though. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you next time.